this really about for you? Why is it you don't want him involved in this child's life?
Because I still believe that he's not hers.
Okay, and listen, that's what we're here for. I want to get down to the bottom of the truth.
Yeah.
You don't believe he's her biological father?
Yes, Your Honor.
So explain to me why.
When she was conceived in March of 2011. He wasn't even in the same state. He was in Vegas. And at that time in March, I wasn't even with him. I was with somebody else because he broke up with me because he cheated on me.
I'll be the first to admit it was a mistake.
Okay, we've gotten the fact that you two have an on and off relationship that has infidelity woven through. I understand that. Ms. Miller, you were stating to the court that you were intimate with someone else and you believe that you were intimate with that other person during the time Zaylee was conceived and Mr. Rasmussen was all the way in Las Vegas.
Yes, Your Honor.
But clearly at some point, Mr. Rasmussen either thought or was informed that he was her biological father because he is paying child support, he's still driving 160 miles each way, and she has his last name.
Yes.
Mr. Rasmussen, fill me in. At what point were you ever told that you were not her biological father?
I believed I was, and still believe, I was the only biological father until about 5 or 6 months or so, give or take, after she was born. We were at family court, talking to the family court commissioner about custody and the things that go along with that, like where she'd be going to school, her doctor, and all that. And Ms. Miller brings it up that I could possibly not be the father because of another man that was involved, and she gave some date, I can't remember the specifics. One of the people we were talking to with the family court commissioner did the math, and it turns out that would be a 10-month pregnancy, and that don't make sense to me.
Because it was so long ago, I was confused about the dates, but now that I went through both of our Facebooks, I went through all of my notes, all of anything that I wrote down, and I figured out that she was conceived in March and it was a 9-month pregnancy.
So, Mr. Rasmussen, up until Zaylee was 5 or 6 months old, you believed you were the only possible biological father.
That is correct. We never broke up. There was never any, that I can recall, there was never any split there. The relationship was on and off in a sense, but we never...
But by that time she was born, so she already had your name.
She already had my name.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
That is correct.
Your name's on the birth certificate.
I have
Jerome,
that right.
will you hand me that, please?
I have that right here. My name is on that birth certificate.